to show you the demand for housing when you could desperate enough to turn buses into housing accommodation. The need is there and nobody is filling in the gap. So here we are in Dunderstown, trying hard as they can to move this little bus. We got the wrecker and we got the truck. His bucket is underneath, and this is, yeah. Yeah, his bucket is underneath. This one bus is creating plenty of trouble here early morning. The bus. One wrecker brought this here, no problem, but you need two machinery to make it work. Problem is that tire out there is not rolling, so I guess you gotta lift it up some. There goes this eyesore out of Dunderstown. Couldn't wait to see it go any faster. They got a long way where they're going with to get rid of this bus. They got a long pilgrimage, but it's moving on the Dunderstown, so it's moving in the right direction. Good open spot.
That's gone.
But all I can see is big problem, plenty of oil on the street here. It's going on downtown, Dunderstown. I'm trying to bring this video and this excitement to you. As the triplex is moving forward finally. You can't get no closer to the action than this unless you were in the action. This is downtown Dunderstown. Admiral Mills trying to bring you the infamous bus. Nothing else going on in Abaco. A wreck is leaking plenty transmission fluid. And you can see the remnants of the hurricane in the backdrop. As this big truck trying to pass, luckily he went smartly the other way. But here we go again. We're trying to move this. This is chaotic. A lot of information here. This is a big problem here today. They just can't get this one right. All kind of traffic jam up. Might as well get some peanuts. The peanut stall is open today. But it's a slow movement. They're gonna take this bus all the way past the airport road. It's a long haul. If you're going to take this in the back of the airport road there, you got a long, slow journey. As nothing seems to be working right with this bus. This reminds me of when Minister Penfield went to Haiti. Nothing else, nothing happened positive in the Bahamas since then. Everything gone to hell. While they're trying to move this bus in, nothing. It's to be a long haul. This bus seems to be a big challenge here this morning. Causing all kind of traffic mishap here. Rastaman taking the picture back there. as the mobile triplex is moving slowly, um, 2 feet an hour. That's about the speed of it. Once they get past me, I'm good. That's the problem. This tire is frozen. The tire is not moving. Got the covered policeman here, policing this. Say from Dundestan, but I don't know if he's from Dundestan. Where in Dundestan you born? 1960? Thought you born in Andres. As the president of the Christian Council, Edgeboy Tinker, born in 1960 in Dundestan, 1 year before me. Here goes with the police escort, and we even got a police escort up front there, making sure that it get out of here. That's a plus. Downtown Dundestan. Well, I've beat this story to death. I've stayed on this story until the authorities did their job and get that bus out of downtown Dundestan. And as I was saying earlier, the need for housing in Abaco is huge. Big time. This reminds me of 4 months. I think the first trip that the Prime Minister made back into Abaco, and he was meeting with businessmen and stakeholders in Abaco. And these men from Marshaba, I could call their names. I wasn't in the meeting, but I know why they were there. They saw a huge gap which they could have capitalized in a business deal. And they needed the government to go along with them. They were proposing to build about 100 homes, low-cost homes. Like always, it wasn't the Prime Minister's idea, and he just talked to them like they're trash. Like, get out of my office, so they got mad. And that's what happened. These guys, in the beginning, they had the money, they met with the Prime Minister, and all they needed was the okay from him. These men were from Marshaba, and presumably they had some other partners from Nassau, but they saw an area that had thousands of illegal structures. They knew and know what I know now, that the government didn't have the money, so they put a business plan together and presented it to the Prime Minister. Like any good Prime Minister, what he should have said is that, I'll look at it, I'll take it to my team, and look over it and get back to you. But right then, the meeting broke out. No, you can't do it. I'm not going to allow it. So where were these thousands of people going to go? And that is the problem now. We have all these shanty towns in the back of everybody's place. There's a new structure. Because people has to find some way to go out of the elements. If they are illegal, the job of the government should have they should have gone back already. This 18 months in. Is these structures being put up by illegal? It ought never have happened. I keep brain teasing with immigration, but it's not only an immigration problem. It starts with Ministry of Works. Ministry of Works need to get their self in gear and break them down. But 1 year, 8 months in, when the government of the Bahamas had such business people that had the capital funding to help the government, and we wouldn't have had this problem, a lot of persons would have been back to some decency and some law and order. But the Prime Minister himself stopped what could have helped his government and could have helped the residents, the legal residents of Abaco, to get back to some comfortable housing. So we're left with bus triplex all over Abaco, And I applaud the businessmen from Marsh Harbor that came to try to stop this in the beginning. And now, because of the oversight and didn't have an insight like the businessman of Marsh Harbor to build affordable housing, now we are at a crisis mode. We're so much in a crisis mode that today, 18 months later, the government can't fix one water tank. And water is a basic necessity. 18 months in, they can't fix that. So of course, they can't supply housing. This is one of these Kai Care video. Stayed on the story until the bus has left the stand. Kai Cares. You have to know the problem, live among the people to know how to solve it. That is what the businessmen of Marsh Harbor presented to the Prime Minister and asked him for his blessing, because they recognize the explosion of what was going to be of shantytowns everywhere, because there's nowhere, and the government still don't have an answer, nor do they care about getting affordable housing. Kai Cares in Dunderstown, Abaco, where the bus has left the building.